I don't have to read 800 pages of bullshit. This book should be in jail for poor writing. So I was going for the Taylor Swift folklore era hair, but I think it ended up looking like Princess Leia hair. So I really hope I don't look like Princess Leia right now, but moving on. BookTok has made so many authors successful, so many books go viral in a good way and a bad way. BookTok has a lot of hyped book recommendations that they swear by. There are some classics like ACOTAR, Fourth Wing, Throne of Glass, and whatnot. Today I will be telling you if I think those books are overhyped, underhyped, or appropriately hyped. Let's get into it. I took all of my favorite BookTok books out for this and my shelves are almost empty. Wow, that's heavy. First of all, we have the darling of BookTok, the BookTok classic ACOTAR series, A Court of Thorns and Roses series. If you have been on BookTok, even for a day, and you haven't heard about this series, or heard about Crescent, or Farah, or Nesta, you haven't really been in BookTok. Every single non-reader who has been trying to become a reader, this book, that's what they're reading. Everybody has either read ACOTAR, are planning on reading ACOTAR, or have loved it, hated it, but everybody has read this book or have at least heard about it. And it's all thanks to BookTok, even though they came out years before. I think ACOTAR is overhyped. I said it. Don't come for me. Yes, it's an amazing romantasy series. It's beautiful fantasy romance. It's just too hyped. Hype that it has gotten, the way it has blown up, the way every single lifestyle creator who's trying to get into BookTok creator just for views is reading ACOTAR. There are other good books. I'm sorry. I've read these books years ago. They're amazing books. I still think about them. Rhysand, Farah, Villaris. Beautiful. Gorgeous. But are these worth the hype that they've gotten on BookTok? I don't think so, honestly. I think there are other books that are just as great, if not more. And as much as I love this series, I think they're overhyped. Next up, we have the Fourth Wing series or the Empyrean series. Look, these are my favorite series I've ever read. My favorite fantasy books, my favorite romantasy, my favorite fantasy romance, whatever you want to call it. It's the series. So yes, I might be a little bit biased, but these are appropriately hyped in my opinion. And these are very hyped on BookTok, like really hyped. They've had some controversies. Some people have loved the first book and hated the others. For me personally, my least favorite book of this whole series as of now is the first book. And it's still a 5-star. But Iron Flame and Onyx Storm are 6-star reads for me. I used to love Game of Thrones and these 3 books have such Game of Thrones vibes. Like you can theorize, the world is so intricately built, it's so well built, and you can just theorize for days and you'll still have more theories. I could speak about these books for hours and hours and hours. I could explain every single sentence of this book twice, thrice, 10 times. I could tell you theories for book 4. I could go on and on. Nothing can ever top these books for me. Like, I still cry about every single book's ending. Even though I might be biased, the best fantasy books in my opinion. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. She described it as Hunger Games and Red Queen having a child, and the child grew up and looked nothing like them, except it feels and reads like a poorly written fanfic of both these books, especially Red Queen. Like, I cannot believe there were like literally scenes ripped off from Red Queen and put in here. It feels like that's my opinion. That might just be my opinion, but it is my opinion. I don't like this book. Maybe other books in the series are better than this, but I couldn't even finish it. I've tried the audiobook, I've tried the physical book, I've tried the ebook, I've tried everything. It's one of the most poorly written books I've ever tried to read. So overhyped, never been something more overhyped than this, in my humble opinion. Like, this book should be in jail for poor writing. I hate this book so much. Divine Rivals. If you were here in 2023, this was everywhere. Like, this was everywhere. Divine Rivals came out, then Ruthless Vows came out. People didn't like the second book. Nobody liked the second book. But the first book, everybody kept raving about it. It's not a thick book, like it's not like a long read. It's a fairly short read. And I was really loving the book up until the 50% mark. Then it started going downhill. The writing is gorgeous, beautiful. I love the writing. It's so poetic. I love it. It just got so boring. I DNF'd it at 89%. Like, I DNF'd it. Would I still recommend this book to people? Yes. Do I think it's a good book? Yes. Do I think it's good for me personally? No. I couldn't get through this book. I had to DNF it. Maybe in other universe I would have loved it. I don't know. I just couldn't get through it. Maybe I need to give it another chance because I do really, really love Rebecca Ross's writing. Like, she's a beautiful, poetic writer. I love it. I could speak for hours about it. Really wish I loved this book. I don't. Do I think it's appropriately hyped? No. I think for what it is really overhyped. And nobody talks about it anymore. You won't hear anybody talking about it anymore. Like, it was just like in the moment thing, it blew up and everybody was reading it and talking about it. Then everybody forgot about it collectively. So yes, Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, overhyped. Back on the Sarah J. Maas train, we have the Throne of Glass series. Have I finished the series? No, because there are like 10 freaking books. Do I want to? Yes. Do I think it's overhyped? No. I actually think it's better than ACOTAR. I love ACOTAR more than Throne of Glass, don't get me wrong, but I do think it's better than ACOTAR. So I think this particular series from Sarah J. Maas, appropriately hyped. Yeah. The Crescent City series. You see, I have tabs here. I've annotated the book. And I've been trying to finish this particular book for 3 years now. It's been 3 years. I still haven't been able to read the book. That tells you something. I have the whole series on my shelf. Like, I can't finish this book. It's just so much. It's just too much. And I know, like, Rhysand and, like, the cast makes a cameo in the end of second book and in the third book as well. I couldn't get myself to finish it or read it or do anything. Overhyped. Overhyped in my opinion. This book should never have been written. This series should never have been written. Like, there was no need for it. She should have stopped and done the ACOTAR 6 book first. There was no need to write this urban fantasy. That doesn't even make any sense. Like, what is this, Sarah J. Maas? What is this? I don't think I'm ever gonna read these books. Like, yes, people say for ACOTAR 6 you have to read these books. I don't care. At this point, I simply don't care. And honestly, I have like other books on my TV. I don't have to read 800 pages of bullshit. Sorry, I said it. Sorry. Overhyped, so overhyped. Now, if you need an actual good fantasy / romantasy / fantasy romance series, Once Upon a Broken Heart series by Stephanie Garber, one of the best fantasy books I've ever read. And I'm not even exaggerating. They're YA, they're so good. Jax is one of my top book boyfriends. Evangeline is an amazing female main character. Honestly, it just goes to show not every fantasy female main character has to be tough or like fighting. They can also be feminine like Evangeline and still be the hero. Like, I love this series so much. In my opinion, it's underhyped. This needs to be hyped up more. I love this series. Stephanie Garber, the queen of YA romantasy. Caraval. This series is so magical. You thought Once Upon a Broken Heart was magical? Wait till you read Caraval. Have I read the other 2 books in the series? No. Am I planning on reading these? Yes. I got into a reading slump right after Caraval last year during the holidays, but I really do want to finish the whole series. And I really do think this book is also underhyped. I think it's so magical. You should read it for yourself. I hope you love it just as much as I do. We've been talking about fantasy a little too much. Let's move on to the romance category. First up, my queen, Emily Henry. I guess that tells you about how I feel about this book. Beach Read by Emily Henry. I know it's the blueprint of like a romance book, which I know it's not supposed to be a romance book. It's a women's fiction / romance book. I didn't read this book until last year, just because I thought it was so overhyped. Like, I genuinely thought it was overhyped. Like, it was everywhere. I kept hearing about it like on every single platform. But let me tell you, it's all true. It's all true. Appropriately hyped. And I never thought I would say that. One of my god-tier books. All the girlies under 30 need to read this book at least once before you turn 30. Trust me on this. This will change your perspective on life, on grief, on love. Gus Everett, the man you are. January Andrews, the woman you are. I love this book. I really hope you do too. Appropriately hyped, in my opinion. Beach Read by Emily Henry. Pumpkin Spice Café by Laurie Gilmore. Overhyped. Overhyped. So overhyped. This book was a cringe fest. Don't ever want to read this book again. Yeah. Moving on. I didn't want to talk about this author, but it is one of the most BookTok books, so I had to include this one. One of my favorite series, which honestly does tell you what I'm about to say. As much as it pains me to like a Jessa Hastings book, even though I liked it before she acted like that. I read it 2 years ago and it's still one of my favorites. Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. I really do love this. I really do love the series. Appropriately hyped. Appropriately hyped. The writing is beautiful. The characters are very all-consuming. The story is all-consuming. The Daisy hates the great and doing wrecked me forever. Yes, unfortunately it is appropriately hyped. The Windy City series, I do have all the books. I'm just holding the ones I've actually read, and I've also read Mile High, but that's my least favorite book. I just don't think it was done right. But this series, other than Mile High, appropriately hyped. They're such good books. They have one of the best male main characters. It's a sports romance, equal parts charming, spicy, deep, lovely, just like really good. I do think they're appropriately hyped for what they are, and I do really love this series, especially The Right Move and Play Along. They're good books. They're really good books. And Ryan Shea, one of my top book boyfriends. My favorite non-fantasy book boyfriend, if you will. The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. Do I think it's appropriately hyped, overhyped, or underhyped? I love that book so much. Like, it's one of my favorites. Appropriately hyped. I thought I would say overhyped, even though it's good, it's really hyped, but honestly it deserves the hype. Adam Carlson, The Man You Are, like, amazing. Love it, cannot wait for the movie to come out. Really good book. Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This is her first paranormal romance. Maid is out now, by the way, you should read that too. I think this is underhyped. Like, everybody shits on this book so much. They don't realize that it's such a good book. Like, I really do love this book so much. It's very quirky. It's really good. It's a vampire and werewolf romance. And honestly, gotta give credit where it's due. Ali Hazelwood is an amazing, quirky romance writer. This book is no exception. It literally is the perfect book for fall. Like, I'm sorry, it's the perfect fall vibes. I love this book, and I think she did a great job. I'm so glad she got into paranormal romance, especially like werewolf and vampire fiction. I do think this book is underhyped on BookTok. People need to give her more credit for this. Last but not the least, Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. This book went viral because kids were picking this out in the bookstores, thinking it's like a children/teen book. Is it? No, it's like very spicy. Like, it's a really spicy book. So yes, I do understand that, but maybe parents can like not let them take those books, and the workers at the bookstore can also pay attention to that. This is a spicy hockey romance. Do I like it? Yes. Is it overhyped? Yes. It is overhyped. So yeah, as much as I love Icebreaker, overhyped to the core. That's it for today, guys. I do have so many more BookTok books that I want to talk about, but honestly, maybe I'll make a part 2. This video is getting too long. Thank you guys for watching, and if you made it this far, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel so I can keep making these videos for you. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!